Welcome to the Built to Scale series Outside Marketing, bringing you quick, actionable episodes to help move your business forward. Here's your host, Craig Severinson.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of Outside Marketing, the show where we answer the question, what does it take to build a thriving business without sacrificing your personal life? I'm your host, Craig Severinson, and if you are enjoying this, make sure to check out builttoscalehq.com. That's where all the content is housed in terms of the podcast. You can get support materials. There's a blog there, all that good stuff. You're going to love it. Go check it out, builttoscalehq.com. Today, we're going to be talking about honesty and alignment. And yes, we'll be talking about honesty and alignment with your clients, which is kind of like a no-brainer, right? Like you need to be honest. But I really want to focus on honesty with yourself and alignment with yourself. Because if there's one thing I've seen, even with my own business, is that the times that you're struggling the most are the times you're out of alignment with your business. What you're doing in your business and the way that you believe and the way that you feel are not lined up. And so what do you end up doing? You end up dragging your feet. You end up self-sabotaging. You end up struggling and saying, I don't know why. Well, it's because you're not in alignment. Because when you are in alignment, when you 100% believe in what you're doing, you go all out and your passion comes through. Sales come in, team members appear. The things that need to happen when you are fully aligned with your business. So that's what I want to talk about right now, today. Here's the thing. I guess we should start off with what is exactly alignment? Because it's one of those buzzwords that gets thrown around. Are you in alignment? Are you out of alignment? And for a long time, I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like I didn't put much stock in it until I fell out of alignment with my business. Then it became a big deal. I think, before you experience it, you're kind of like, it's one of those things like, of course I'm in alignment. Like I want to sell stuff. I started my business to grow it. So yeah, I'm in alignment. And then when you fall out of alignment, that's when you understand it. And it becomes, when you are out of alignment with your business, it becomes this self-defeating cycle of like, you're trying to create success, you want to create success, but you don't create success. So that makes you want and try harder, and that want and that desperation makes difficult to create wins, which then puts you in the spiral, and it just keeps circling. If you've ever been in that situation, it is tough to get out of that. And if you're in that, side note here, if you're in that, I want you to know that you're not alone, because those moments can feel really desperate. They can feel really lonely. They can feel really dark. And you have to know that you're not alone. You have to know that everyone that grows something great goes through that process. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Go get help. Go get support. Go get colleagues, and you can get through that. Okay. Don't try to be the solo getting through it on your own, because it sucks. Okay. Go get some help in terms of like colleagues, support groups, masterminds, coaching, that sort of thing. Go. Anyway, so what is alignment, right? That was the question. I saw a post on LinkedIn, I think, but it was somebody else reposting something from Twitter, which kind of drives me crazy. But I'm like, when people take screenshots, especially when it's yourself, when you take a screenshot of your own quote from a different platform and then put it on another platform, and in the description of the photo, you write the same exact words. I don't know. To me, that seems kind of lazy, guys. Like, we could do better. You could at least add something different in the little description, right? But anyways, somebody posted a screenshot of Twitter, and it wasn't their own. It was Alex Hormozy, who wrote $100 million Offers, which is a fantastic book. Have you ever read that? I've never heard of Alex before, and then I read that book and started digging into his content. He is great at what he does, and I love his thoughts. But they posted Alex Hormozy, and he was talking about the three elements he sees as alignment. And I don't remember all three, but the first one really stood out to me because it was the courage to say and feel what you really think, to be able to say that out loud and to stand by it is part of true alignment. And I think that lots of times we think that we have to put a certain face out, or that we have to say a certain thing in order for other people to accept us, or in order to guard what we think other people are going to think about us. And the truth is that when you water yourself down in order to fit in, man, it doesn't work. People don't respond to that. You blend into the crowd. There's a saying that I use with my clients all the time, and we turn it into a hashtag. So we say hashtag be aggressively you. Be aggressively you. And that what we mean by that is don't water yourself down. Be you. And when you are honest about the things that you stand for and you say the things that you think, you might make some enemies. You might be controversial, but guess what? That is where you find your momentum and your traction is when you start saying things that are not in the norm. So I had an experience with this that I haven't really talked about because I've got a lot of friends in the coaching industry. And there are two problems that I see in the coaching industry that I've kind of kept quiet about. And I just want to talk about them really quickly to demonstrate authenticity and what it really means. Because when I finally got honest with myself about this stuff, I saw some major shifts in my business because for a long time I was deluding myself about it. I wasn't just being dishonest with the marketplace, I was being dishonest with myself because I really like a lot of the coaches that I know. But there's two problems in that industry. Number one is the coaches coaching coaches, coaching coaches, coaching coaches. It's not right. It's incestuous, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Coaches who are high performing coaches love to have that same level of high level support in their business and in their life. So there is a space for a coach's coach. Like that makes sense to me. I have myself gotten coaching, even though I use coaching as part of my skill set, right? And we'll get to that in a minute because I don't really consider myself a coach. I'm more a consultant, but we'll get to that in a minute. But there is a problem when there's a coach coaching another coach to coach coaches to be coaches for other coaches who are coaching coaches to be coaches for coaches, right? And the line just keeps going and going and going. You know what we call that? It's a pyramid scheme. Somebody in there is getting screwed, and it's the person at the very bottom. And what's worse in this organization of how it works is that most coaches that coach coaches are teaching their students to coach the same things that they're coaching, right? And so then you get this third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh hand knowledge that gets watered down as it goes, and it gets less and less likely that the students perform, right? Until the bottom rung, they're not making any money and they're not helping people in a very effective way. And this is why we get things like massive spam in our DM, right? Because we find something that works and then we jump on top of it. And while the first person might be teaching, hey, go have some authentic conversations, the sixth person is teaching, go spam everybody until you get a couple clients, right? So it's the watering down and it's the pyramid scheme, really, really big problem. Problem number two that I see in this industry is that not enough people are actually getting results. And so, in order to build a massively successful coaching organization, you have to be okay with the fact that 90% of your clients are not going to get results. They're not going to get the results that you're promising. And you're going to do all of your marketing based around about 10% of your clients. They're the ones that are going to be getting the success rate. Those are the ones that you're going to be highlighting. And when the others don't get results, you're taking their money and you're moving on. And lots of times, these coaches, not all of them, but lots of times, these organizations are heavy-handedly pushing their potential clients to take out loans, to put it on credit card, charging them $20,000 for a year-long program when they know 90% of them are not going to get results. You know what I call that? I call it unethical. That is not right. It is not right to push somebody to spend that much money in something that you know statistically is not going to make the money. It's not right. Yet this is how the whole industry is performing right now. And so what I guess what I'm saying is number one, we need to do better. We need to do better. I'm not saying anything against coaches. I'm talking against the industry and the practices that we're implementing. So we need to do better. But number two, especially that second one, because the thing about working with coaches is that inevitably they want to help you create a business much like theirs. And you hire a coach because you're aspirational, right? You want to work with a business like theirs. You want your business to look a lot like theirs. And So for a long time, I was working with coaches that were really pushing my business and my offerings to look a lot like theirs. And I always struggled with it. The alignment wasn't there. And it wasn't until I admitted to myself that, you know what, I'm not okay with this success rate. I'm not okay with taking money from people I know aren't going to get the results that I want them to get. That I finally admitted to myself and got that alignment that that was not the path that I wanted to take. And when I finally got that alignment, you know what happened? My mind opened up to different possibilities of how this could work. And so now I'm not a coach. I don't sell coaching. I sell a business growth system. And so when you come and work with me, you get a framework in order to grow your business. And even if you don't, and there's different levels that you can work at that are affordable to every person. And so when you work with me, you don't get coaching in terms of like you're purchasing this so you can work with Craig. You're getting a framework to build your business your way from the ground up with proven processes, proven principles that grow a seven-figure business and beyond. That to me feels in alignment. So how can I show up now to my sales calls? How can I show up in my marketing with 100% confidence, with 100% passion, because I found alignment in my business? And I guess more power to you. If you can get in alignment with the way that a normal coach works, then power to you, right? But if you're disenfranchised with the way the coaching industry works, and you're looking for a solution that you know is going to take you to that next level, that's going to support you to build the business the way you want to build it, while providing a framework of proven systems, proven principles to take your business from pre or about six figures all the way up to multiple six and seven figures, then you got to come check out Built to Scale. Go to builttoscalehq.com. That's where you'll find the information about it. But aside from that impromptu pitch there to go check out my stuff, which I think you should, the big takeaway here is when you're honest with yourself, you can get in alignment. And when you're aligned, that's when the magic in your business happens. And if you cannot be honest with yourself, then you will not move forward. Just like me, for a long time, I was not honest with myself. I was not in alignment with what I was selling, and I was dragging my feet to sell it. And this was crazy, guys. This was 100% crazy because I built a business where you look at it and it's like, holy cow, this is fantastic. This offer, this content, this structure, and it was built to scale. I could put 100, 200, 500 people into that program, and I just wouldn't do it. I would get to about 10 members, and I would say, this is where I stop. And I would work with those 10 members. That's what I would do, because I knew in my heart that going beyond that with that particular offer was not in the best interest of my clients and was not in alignment with what I wanted. And it took me a long time to figure out why that was. But now that I know, I've unlocked the key to scaling my business and unlocked the potential inside of me. And that's what I want for you. So make sure you're honest with yourself, get in alignment, go make some waves by telling your truth and standing by it. All right. Until next time, take some fast focus, imperfect action. I believe in you. I got your back. We'll talk soon. See ya.
Thanks for joining us. To check out all the Built to Scale episodes and to see how Craig can help you in your business, go to builttoscalehq.com.